And welcome to another edition of the Michigan Football Film Study focused on the defense with Vance Bedford, the man himself. The man that people say the Vance the best. You need more Vance. So we make sure to bring it. We make sure to bring it to you, even though when we break down the film and we show you the footage, we acknowledge at the beginning of every single one of these that we do not own it. This footage does not belong to us, and as such, we do not monetize it. We do not get sponsorship for it. We do it strictly for you, the people. It is for your education, your entertainment, and your edification. So you know what you're talking about when you're looking at these games, right? Of course, you can support us in other ways. You can like this video. You can subscribe to the channel. That way, every time we put up a video, you'll get a notification saying we have another video up. If you listen to our podcast, you can subscribe to our podcast channel wherever you get your podcast, Google, Stitcher, Spotify, iTunes, you name it. And of course, where we do everything, our videos, our podcasts, our written content, the VIP intel. You can find that over on the MichiganInsider.com on the 24/7 Sports Network. $1 gets you your VIP access, not just to the MichiganInsider.com, but any of the 24/7 Sports Network of sites. Whether you're a Texas fan or a Louisville fan or Oklahoma State fan, whatever fan you are, whatever other school you want to know about, you can find the information courtesy of that subscription to 24/7 Sports for just $1. It's the way to get you hooked and get you in. But with no further ado, let's get in and talk to our man Vance. First of all, Vance, how you doing?
Man, I'm doing fantastic out here in Colorado. It's beautiful weather. Got our first freeze last night, so you see I got my mock neck on. Brother, gotta stay warm now.
Hey, man. Hey, see, you in Colorado, you have an excuse. Did you happen to watch the video with Devin Gardner? Did you see what he had on in the studio?
No, what did he had on?
You didn't see what he had on in the studio, Vance? The man, he came and see now I'm interrupting the film session just so I can show you because I mean this man was born and raised in the state of Michigan. And I said, man, now you're a football guy. You're a football guy born in Michigan. How are you representing like this? So let me pull it up on the screen so you can see it, Vance, and I get your analysis. Here you go. This is what Devin Gardner had on.
Oh, he's trying to show he got money. Hey, he don't have a mink, he has a blink on. Oh my goodness, what is he doing?
Hey, man. All right, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later. So hold your thoughts because this is the film study. So we'll keep it to the film, but I get your comments on
Well, I
Devin.
take to tell you, look like Bobby Brown, a new addition.
All right. We'll come back to that. Because people in this game, you know, Michigan's defense has been questioned all season long. You understand why they get questioned, right? I mean, you lost, outstanding talent to the NFL draft. We've seen the secondary show up. We started to see the pass rush show up. But a lot of the critique was, okay, well, you did it against Hawaii. You did it against Colorado State. Now, they did, Maryland had some offensive success here and there, but they pretty much clamped down. Okay, but it's Maryland, it's Indiana, it's Iowa. You really didn't get any credit for Iowa. This was Penn State. This was a squad that was supposed to be able to do some things on them. And Vance, they went out there and for the most part got manhandled on both sides of the ball.
Man, it reminded me of a fight a long time ago when Michael Spinks wanted to come up and fight Mike Tyson. They thought it was going to be a great fight. About 30 seconds into the fight, he was knocked out. This game was the same way. I mean, it's like a lightweight coming up fighting the heavyweight. I mean, Penn State was a pretender. Let's be honest. They took him to the woodshed and told him, don't even cry when I put this on your butt. So it was over for whatever got started. I'm just being honest with you. That's all.
I hear you, Vance, but they had one play. We're just going to show their one play that they got off. And I asked you at the time, I said, man, I couldn't tell live. Was this an example of your end getting caught inside like he did against Indiana, which you pointed out? It was a touchdown that was called back, on that illegal block downfield. It was a pick, basically. And it basically saved what would have been a touchdown because you say, hey, man, your end is he peeking for the dive. He peeking for the dive, Sam. Well, I said, is it that or was this a scrape exchange? And you very, very quickly said, no, Sam, that this was an exchange for sure. And so you detailed it in the telestrations this week. So I'm going to bring that up now so you can talk to people through exactly what you told me in the moment. You knew immediately what it was, didn't even hesitate. So we're going to bring that up here right now. And so let me go ahead and get it set up for you, Vance, so you can talk us through. This is 3rd and short, and they're running, and it's tempo. That's the other thing.
And you can see the Michigan players looking to the sideline right now to get a call. These guys on the ball right now. So this is a zone read play. Okay, so you see the tight end. I always talk about the tight end's alignment. Look at his alignment right now. A lot of times, the other alignment, he's going out for a pass or he's coming back against the grain. So right now, it's 4 strong, 4 guys to that side. 3rd down and 1, these guys are playing for the dive. So they're going to make a call, a pirate. So you got a double on the guys inside. The tackle's going to climb for the linebacker. So you got the dive, and the quarterback is reading the defensive end. If the defensive end closes hard, he pulls the football. So the key to this play, though, is the left tackle and left guard. They double the 3 technique, climb to the inside backer. Okay? But on defense, we had a pirate call. So we want to talk about the end has a dive, the quarterback scraping, and the post safety has a quarterback also. So he's a big issue with this play. It goes for 40 yards to they're going for 10 yards because he's chasing the dive. He should have stayed at home. So here we go. We got a pirate call. In other words, the 3 technique is going to the A gap. The defensive end is the B gap. So they playing 3rd down and 1, short yardage for the dive. The linebacker on a pirate call, there's no A gap, no B gap. He scrapes hard outside for a C gap, which puts him on the quarterback. But on this stunt, I'm going to go back to the offensive tackles, Sam. When the 3 technique goes hard inside for the A gap, and what the tackle did right now, he climbed for the linebacker right now. He blocked our quarterback player. We had no quarterback player. The quarterback player now becomes a post safety. Well, guess what he did? He took the cheese.
Yeah.
He took the cheese. That's it. He should be on the hash mark. He should tackle a guy on the 50-yard line. Great hustle by Turner. Great hustle by Turner to give us a place to stand. But you can see right now that the 3 technique and end, they close for the dive. Yeah. The backer scraped outside. And the tackle right now, he did a great job blocking that linebacker. That's impressive. Yeah, if he didn't make that play, it's a tackle for loss, Sam.
Yeah.
It is a great play by the offensive tackle to do what he does, and that breaks the play.
Yeah, that was a terrific.
That's
a
great play by him.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to tip your cap, Vance.
You do. And I tip my cap to his offensive play right here, but a tackle, because he made the play happen right now. But again, I'm going back to my post safety. We watch the post safety right now. Where is he going? He should mirror the quarterback first and come back to the dive second. If he does that, maybe he misses a tackle. I don't know. But right now, he took himself out of the play by doing something he shouldn't do right now. He should be on the quarterback. He should tackle a guy on 45-yard line, 50-yard line at worst. And now they got a long way to go. This is the only 1st down by Penn State in the first half. Think about that. The only 1st down they had in the first half. We say the game was close. But someone, give me a break. Give me a break. Come on, man. I'm not going to talk about Sweet Baby Ray's, man. I'm going to talk about Texas Pete hot sauce right now. That's what Sam. Texas Pete hot sauce in the first half. That's what it was.
Hey, man, look. To have the kind of sound football game that they had across the board defense, because I was impressed that, you could have a call because clearly the tempo was, and they were moving like that.
Yeah.
And to get that call, and I thought, man, that's a great call because you're playing the dive. You got your edge play, and for Penn State, it had to be blocked perfectly. I mean, that tackle had to do exactly what he did, or that play had no chance. He made the play, Vance.
He did. I mean, he made a great play. Now, this is what they're going to tell a linebacker. Whenever you run a pirate stunt, That means both guys are going hard inside. As that linebacker scrapes downhill, he should be able to touch the hip of the defensive end. That means he's scraping tight. So if he can't feel his hip as he scrapes down, that means he's too wide, and that's why he got blocked. It's a great play by offensive tackle. Don't get me wrong. It was a great play by him. But when you watch him scrape, if he could touch the hip of the defensive end, that tackle is not going to block him. Mm-hmm. So when he scrapes, let's watch what he does. Let's see how wide he is. Stay right there. Just follow the guy right now. That guy can't block him. Mm-hmm. Keep on coming right where he is. He stepped outside at the last moment. Watch him. Watch him step outside. See that?
Yep.
That got him. If he'd have kept coming with the defensive end, he will still make that play. That tackle can't get enough on him to make this play. So it's a great block by the tackle, but the linebacker gave him just enough for the guy to get a hand on him to wash him by. Quarterback ducks up. And there you go. So great execution by Penn State. Give them credit where credit is due. That's a great play. Yeah. Great execution on their part.
One time all day.
All day.
One time all day, man.
One first down in the first half, and nobody should be complaining about anything. One first down, come on.
Yeah, man.
You're complaining better defense than that.
All right, well, a lot of good clips this week, Vance. A lot of good clips because they is putting the beating. They're putting the whooping on them.
I had to go find some bad clips. That's how bad a whooping we put on those guys. I mean, it's worse than Colorado State or Hawaii. I mean, just awful. Just absolutely awful.
All right, so let's go ahead and we'll start off first with the telestration. The 3rd and 1 at 8:30 in the first quarter, Vance. I'm gonna bring that one up.
This started the game. This is the first 3rd down, 3rd and 1, very first call. Just outstanding defense. I mean, right now you can see we have everybody on the line of scrimmage. We pressing outside, and watch for man number 90. This guy here is working him trying to be a first-round pick. Watch what he does to that tight end. Bam! Oh my goodness. That was a tempo starter for the game. Watch him again, Mike Morris right here. And also the guy next to him. He slips inside to push the ball wide. This is inside zone. They doubling and climbing, trying to block out. We won our one-on-one blocks all day long. That's the key. We've had some issues a little bit in the past, but this particular ball game, our defensive line, they dominated the people up front for Penn State. It wasn't even a contest. I mean, you see my highlights right now. We got all these guys running to the football on 3rd and 1 for a tackle for loss right now. Look at Mike get off the block. Look at 94 get off the block. Look at the guys running to the ball. I mean, we have 4 guys running the ball. Where are the guys from Penn State? Did they even come to the game? Where are they? They're not even in the picture. I could hear the offensive line coach right now. Where are you guys? Did you decide to take a time out on 3rd down and 1 and we get tackle for loss for 3 yards? What are you doing? I told them right now, you're not flying back on the plane with us. We're not going to feed you. You're going to catch the bus. They should have, hey, Sam, they can't find a plane. Playing how they played, that's a bus ticket. I'm just telling you right now. And they're getting cold.
All right, Vance. All right, so we move it on. A 2nd and 8, deeper into the first quarter here.
We got a blitz from the top. We're going to call it Cowboy. This is an outstanding play by the defensive end. I mean, here's the play right here. So we got this quarterback power right now. They blocking down. They pulling a backside guard to climb on either the defensive end, if he shows, or the linebacker. And so they motioning to empty to show 4 strong. Because it's a zone blitz, let it go ahead and run. Send the defensive end to the field. He's going to drop. Here you go. The linebacker scraping outside. We bring in the corner from the top, and we angling back to the field. This is a great play by the defensive line. I'm like, oh, this play's out the gate. And all of a sudden, it's a no game. Watch this play, Sam. Watch this. Oh, my, look at this. Look at the guys get off the block.
Yeah.
Wow. This is a play on paper when you draw it up offensively. I wish Al was here to talk about this play. He's going to say the quarterback should have followed the guard. He got to play, but instead he cut back. He cut back because the defensive end, look at him get up the field, send the ball back. Great job. It's a good offensive play on paper. Didn't work. So I wonder, Sam, what did the analytics talk about this play? What did they say about this play? I'll tell you what they said, nothing, because they don't coach. They're computer geeks. The analytics say this is a great call. Yeah, it was for a tackle for a loss because we had Cowboy on. It didn't work because they don't coach.
Okay. All right. Vance on one today. Vance is on one today.
I've been hearing about the analytics every single day. They don't coach one single down. They after the fact people.
If Vance, you didn't incorporate analytics when you were
We had them my entire life. It's all about statistics. We always had statistics. I mean, you go back right now and evaluate what you're doing. We all did that. So we had analytics already. Except now you got certain coaches, they're going to get themselves fired by listening to these crazy people.
Right, hold on. Let me get the next one up.
So you got confused. You started laughing, talking about, I still got Cowboy on. We're on the next play.
All right, we on the next play. Here we go.
Now we got a third down and long. And I've been on these guys about they've been kind of cheating themselves into the skies. So it's third down and 9. Look at this picture, Sam. I'm thinking if I'm the quarterback right now, we're in zero coverage right now. They are man-to-man across the board. I'm finna get heat. So that quarterback is thinking right now, they finna blitz us. I don't know where it's coming from, but it's coming right now. So we're going to show blitz, great disguise, and they're going to roll it too deep to the field and say, let it run, Sam. We're going right here, the routes, just show you the routes. We got a high-low to the bottom. You got a little pivot route by the slot and dig. The top guys just running off. They have enough guys for protection. So right now, we're only going to rush 4. But the quarterback right now, he sees 6 guys on the line of scrimmage. Little Mike, my nickel back, you think he's coming right now. The linebacker walked up on the center, you think he's coming up. They're all dropping out. They drop into the curl. The outside back into the drop, he's going to the flat. And you can see we are rolling too deep to the field. So this quarterback, he's going to throw the ball hot on third down and 9. For a 3-yard gain, we're going to be off the field except we're offside. But that's okay. But I wanted to show this play because of the skies here.
Yeah.
Ball comes out fast. Look at it. Look at the guys running the ball. Look at the pursuit. Great open field tackle. That's okay, though.
This is playing against a tendency. I mean, one of the things with the rep for Jesse Minter, 7 games now into, or 6 games heading into this one, into his career as Michigan's defense coordinator.
Is blitzing.
Yeah, especially on third down. His third down pressures.
Yep.
Watch out for his third down pressures. They're talking about it all over the media and other coaches are talking about his third down pressures. So you expecting, to your point, you see this. Oh man, he coming. Vance, he didn't come.
He didn't come. But guess what? And I'll make this point to you. I knew he wasn't coming when I was watching the video. You know why? I watched with nickelback and line. He never lines there when he comes. When he align right there, Sam, he doesn't come. He always gonna line closer to number 2 so he can disguise it better, like he's playing zone. Mm-hmm. So I looked at him and like, he's dropping out. And they roll the cover 2 and watch the guys cut the football. You got guys outside in and inside out. It's a great job. So we jump outside. It was third and 9. Now it's third down and 4, the very next play. So let's go to the next play, Sam. Let's show these fans what happened. So now, all you did, Mike is angry right now. Okay, we jumped outside. So it's third down and 4. I'm going to show you something right now. We're going to hit the quarterback, Sam. We brought the dogs out the stands right now. We got everybody covered up. Okay, we got 5 guys on line of scrimmage. We brought both backers in A gap. We got Sam. They got to protect it. The 5 down guys are blocking the 5 guys on line of scrimmage. Number 10, the back, he has one of the linebackers. So he has an A gap based on which linebacker stood up. They got enough guys to block it, but the disguise is perfect because the nose is going to bull rush the center. Both defensive ends, they're going to step and drop. So both offensive tackles got to do what? Kick out and block. So they block in air. So you're not going to play the offensive tackle on this play because they block nobody either. We both of them in perfect. Both 3 techniques, they rip up the field, beat the C gap for contain, And the two linebackers, they listen to A-gap. What's the perfect design, Sam? It's perfect design right now. They got enough guys to block it, but guess what they don't do? They don't block it. We free quarterback hit. We off the field. So if I was them, Sam, I would have declined the 5-yard penalty and make it 3rd and 4. So I'm going to punt the ball anyhow, because guess what they just did, Sam? Crystal Ball said you're going to punt it anyhow. That's a great call, Mike. That's a great call by Mike. I love it. I love it.
Hey, man, his disguise has been on point, and he keeps confusing offenses that don't know where his pressure is coming from.
That's exactly right. He does a great job. Like the previous play, 0 look, we played cover 2. This time, the nickel back, everybody's playing off a little bit. So you think, oh, they're going to play zone. The back is not walked up. And here we go. Quarterback hit, incomplete pass. Got to punt the ball.
And you give it right back to the man.
And we scored real fast. So you saw 2 back-to-back plays. 3rd and 9, we jumped outside. 3rd down and 4, we decided to blitz. We off the field.
Yeah, and so take me into the mindset, and we'll get more into this with the analysis, Vance. You sitting over there on defense, on their side, and it's like, man, these dudes aren't doing anything on offense, and they out there getting their head cracked on defense. They cannot stop them from running the football, Vance. I mean, if they don't have those lucky plays, I think they quit at halftime. But they had that interception.
Yeah.
Right? Where there was a bust up front from Michigan where your tight end isn't blocking down like you're supposed to. So it wound up having some pressure in his face, and they returned it for a touchdown. And then this play, give him credit for this one. It was nothing fluky about the quarterback run.
You're right.
But it was 2 plays, man. 2 plays that they had, or else they're getting blown out at halftime.
Hey, Sam, I was in that locker room on defense. I said, you know what? They're going to beat me. They're going to beat me throwing the football. We're going to go man-free across the board. I got everybody around the box right now. We're going to stop the run. So we're going to make this quarterback beat us. And every blitz I had would have been a run blitz, basically, to stop the run. I'm going to make you beat me with your quarterback. That's what I'd have been trying to do at halftime. So make the quarterback throw the football, but we're going to stop the run.
All right, so Vance, I definitely consulted you on the quarterback run. There was another time where I thought of you, and it was the other play. They made 2 plays on offense on the day. So I just referenced one play they made defensively with the interception. That was the one play they made all day. Here's another one they made offensively. This fade ball, Vance. I immediately was like, yep, I know.
It's on my man Turner.
I know Vance.
But now, that's just freeze it right now. Okay, you see these splits. So Turner has a guy that's off the ball. So normally with that kind of split, as a coach, they say the guy normally is going to come inside. He can't run an outcut. If he runs an outcut, he's going to run out of bounds. He didn't have room to run a fade. But guess what he did run? A fade. So when you teach a defensive back to turn, you teach him to turn to widen to cut the guy off. If Turner does that, he's going to run a guy out of bounds. Mm-hmm. But he didn't do that. He turned straight back in his tracks. In other words, he gave the guy a free release like he came out the blocks, and he ran by him like a cone. Okay? So in some other ball games, Turner's been pressing that kind of split and giving a guy a free release. Now, he's been run by, but for the most part, he's been very fortunate. The ball's been underthrown. I think last week they might have caught one on him. But I'm thinking down the line, Sam. I'm thinking Michigan State. They're going to test him. I'm thinking Ohio State. They're going to throw at him right now. So, again, I said this last week. We need to clean this up. Mm-hmm. And finally, we see a play that actually could have cost us something because the game is close right now. This could have cost us big. So we got to clean it up. Otherwise, it's going to catch up to us later. So Turner, he's late on his turn. And I can promise you the guy from Ohio State probably faster than number 6. And the ball is slightly underthrown. If it's thrown on time, it's a touchdown. But again, if we can go back and watch him turn, watch how slowly he turns. When he turns, the guy's gone. Watch his turn. He's in trouble. It's over with. That guy's already running full speed. he's going from a standing start. That means you're a yard behind right now.
So take me through how you play this, man. How do you tell him to play this?
When he turns, I'm turning to cut him off. I'm gonna be a half a step wider. So now he has to run around me. If he has to run around me, he's either gonna run out of bounds or he's gonna be a half a yard shorter, which means the ball is gonna be incomplete. But when he turned, and I call it in a bucket. He just opened straight up. So that means that receiver just ran a straight line. I want the receiver to run like an arc.
Mm-hmm.
So that arc makes the ball be slightly overthrown. So he made it easy for him. And he's been doing that quite a bit in his bump and run technique. And it's going to show up sooner than later if we don't correct that.
Yeah, it's funny when you have a fast guy. He's a fast guy. He's a fast guy. Maybe the fastest defensive back on this team. But on the other side, Jamon's not as fast. But you know what Jamon does in order to compensate for that? Man,
Put his hands on people.
He put his hands on people.
But let me tell you about speed. Speed is good if we're going out and we run a 40-yard dash. This is guys in shoulder pads. So you could go out and run a 4.3 with no pads on, but you put on the pads, don't play a 4.3. And so right now, if you're asking me, I don't see a guy who, if he's a 4.45 guy, I don't always see that all the time. And he's relying on, well, my time and my 40 says this. Well, guess what? We're not running a 40. We're playing football. And he's trusting his 40 time is going to get him in trouble. And it has gotten him in trouble. This is the second time this year's gotten him in trouble. He's been very fortunate. Okay, we're playing Hawaii. Great. They run like me. I mean, you got donkeys out there. Okay, you playing Colorado State. They just lost a Utah State. Okay, you got snails running out there. That's all I'm saying. And against Maryland, your boy Green was the guy who was balling out.
Yeah.
And he started off in the Maryland game. Okay, Iowa, they best players are tight ends.
Right.
I don't know why they play with receivers. I mean, do they have receivers on scholarship at Iowa? No, they don't. They're all walk-ons. At least they play like walk-ons. All I have to say about that. Sam, I'm just speaking from what I see in the defense. That's all I'm saying.
I hear you. You told no. I heard no lies, Vance. I heard no lies. So yeah, it's the kind of thing that as a coach, look, Vance, y'all just won. You just blew them out, and you got a coaching point to work on in practice. Right? That's, to me, that's what, for what you do, you can keep a guy's attention, right? Like, hey, yeah, we won a game, but we need to clean this right here up. So
right.
that's something. And you got a couple of weeks to do it, to get ready for Michigan State.
I don't know. Does Michigan State have any good receivers? I have no idea. I have not seen them play.
Yeah, they do. They have.
They do. Well, guess who they're going to test? Turner. Remember, you heard it here first. Michigan State going to test Turner, and they're going to test the linebackers between the hash on play action pass. That's what Michigan State's going to do, because they can't run the football. They lost the back. I mean, they haven't been very good. I mean, Sam, they have a decent year a year ago, and they paid the man $95. He's making 9.5. How many games have he won this year? Come on, man.
Three games? The
man won the lottery, okay? He won the lottery because of one season. He had a running back that's pretty good, so they thought he was going to leave like he left Colorado in 1 year. So Michigan State, he's going to leave. Man, nobody's going to leave you that fast. I think at least, hey, you got to give me 2 good years, okay? But that's just me. That's why I'm on the sideline, because I can talk about those things.
Yeah, he pump faked the hell out of him, Vance.
Oh, my goodness. I'm talking, you're talking about a con game? Man, he conned them guys. Well, his great-great-great-great-grandkid is going to be living off that $95 million. That's all I have to say about that, Sam.
All right, so let's talk about your
great.
Let's talk about your man, Mike. You talk about Mike every week, and you have to force yourself to remember, hey man, this is a converted wide. Now he was recruited as a defensive back too, but he played wide receiver his first few years here, and made the transition back to corner just here in the offseason. And man, he's been balling out, Vance, to your point.
Mike, this is going to be a great play. He is on his own with no help. Okay, they going all out, zero blitz. Watch Mike. He's on the slot on the hash. I mean, he undercut this route. It was a great throw, but his fundamentals, his technique, recognizing the guy leaning to him, he broke underneath him. You couldn't play any better than that. That's outstanding right now. That's really good ball play there. Man,
Yeah.
each game he does something that is just a wow factor for a guy who a year ago was a wide receiver. It's hard to believe that. It's like he's been playing defensive back the whole time.
Hey man, and you never really know if what you hear coming out of practice is going to translate to games, right? And I gotta acknowledge to the guys on the, whether they're players and coaches, they both were saying in the spring, hey man, from a coverage standpoint, I want to be clear. They did not say that he's, that he's Dax and he can do everything Dax can do from a blitzing and a run defense perspective. But Vance, they were adamant in coverage. They felt like they weren't going to be at a loss. They felt like his man-to-man cover skills, that they were going to at least be able to do that as well as they did before. And I got to say, through 7 games, what they were saying is pretty much holding up.
Yeah, I've got to be honest. He's actually covering better than Dax did a year ago. As an overall player, you're going to take Dax. Don't get me wrong. But as far as playing man to man, I think he's doing a great job. See, to me, he's my hip pocket national bank. Every time that receiver look around, he in his pocket taking all his money. So he in my club, hip pocket national bank. I mean, he in their pocket taking their money. Sam, they don't even know it till it's too late. The man is smooth. He has my title right now. That's his new nickname, Hip Pocket National Bank. Come see Mike.
All right. So, when I asked you last week, I said, Vance, who's the best player on defense right now? And you said Mikey, and I said number 9. And we already showed the play that Mike Morris just continues, Vance, to go out there and make plays, even the plays that he doesn't get the credit for, right? He doesn't get the stat for. He's helping make plays for other people, and that continues to show up as well.
It is. If I'm on offense, I want to know where he is. I mean, on first and second down where he's going to line. But on third down, they're doing a great job. One time he's playing defensive end. Next time he's playing linebacker over 3 technique. You have no idea where he is. So you do that with good players. So for me, if I'm on offense, I'm going to know where he is. And first of all, if it's first down and 10, I'm not going to have a tight end blocking him. Penn State on that third down and 1, guess who they had blocking him? A tight end. He took that tight end and walked him back, man. I mean, it's like I'm going, I got a little dog. He's about 13 pounds. I take him walking, right? That's what Mike did to him. He walked him back like I walked my little 13-pound dog. That's what he did. Walking a dog all over the guy. You can't do that. You got to put 2 tight ends over there to block my man Mike, not 1. I mean, so again, he is right now, he's starting to stand apart from other players I've seen across the country right now. I mean, he has put himself into, I got to look for this guy for a first, second round pick. I mean, that's how he's playing ball right now. He's playing really well.
Yeah, and so we'll end with a couple of good plays after I show one more thing that you said they got to clean up. Because again, it was a great performance defensively. You're looking for the things, for the coaching points as a staff, that let's clean this up heading into Michigan State. You remember Michigan State tempoed them last year.
Yeah.
Michigan State tempoed them, and they tried to sub. Even when Michigan State wasn't subbing. So I'm about to bring this up here, Vance.
They converted a third down play, and they third down go to first down. You can't substitute, not unless they substitute. Here we go. They converted. Okay, it was third down, whatever. They got a first down, so now it's first down at 10, and they're on the ball. And so now it's going to be 1st and 5. And that's the thing about it. When you got a third down personnel, you need to have a first down call for those guys just in case the opponent doesn't substitute. And the next thing is the ball's in the middle of the field. That is too far for guys to run. You might have a chance if the ball is on your hash mark. So now you don't have as far to run. So again, we got to clean this up because I can promise you, Michigan State's going to do this to them. Ohio State's going to do this to them. I mean, so we got to be a lot more cognizant of that. We got to be smarter about what we're doing with that substitution on third down. They get first down.
Yeah, Michigan State did that last year, so they're going to go back to the well and try to catch Michigan that way if Michigan tries to do that. But a couple good plays to kind of end this off. This was first and 10 versus Cowboy.
Cowboy, that's the first thing. This is a great job matching up. We got the boundary corner coming, but the linebacker and the defensive end, they played this perfectly. Look at the linebacker straight outside. The corner came off the edge. You couldn't play this any better. To me, it's like this is a practice video right now as far as how this is executed. Everyone took their assignments. The defensive end closed down for the dive. The corner came for the quarterback. So they'd have ran the zone replay. We got it covered. And the linebacker scraped outside for the tight end. I mean, great execution, great call. And this is coming out of the half. This is the first play of the third quarter, I think. I mean, again, I like what Mike is doing. He's doing a tremendous job right here. Oh, they try to get us. JT catch like me. He can't catch. That's why I became a coach. I couldn't catch. I mean, this is a fake bubble and go.
DJ,
perfectly.
DJ Turner.
The ball hit him in the wrong place. Look at him. Look how he trying to catch that ball. I mean, what is he doing? Look at his hands. Your hands can't be that. His secondary coach needs to work on that. That's terrible. You can't be in better position.
Defense for a reason, Vance.
Well, Mike playing nickelback. He on defense too. Not a doubt in my mind he'd have picked this ball off. Look at JT. I bet his mouth was wide. His mouthpiece almost fell out of his mouth. He was so big.
Well, can you say the dude interrupted, got in his line of sight, Vance, number 44?
Okay, watch Mike's hand. Look at his hand. Look, you can't catch the ball with your hands that far apart. I mean, you got no chance. I mean, that guy didn't get his line of sight. Look at his hands. Come on, Sam. I mean, he couldn't catch that ball. If nobody was there in practice, he'd have dropped the ball the same way. Look at his hand. Look at that.
So we know the things. We know the things that they're gonna work on in practice leading up to Michigan State. Because this Michigan State Super Bowl.
We got 2 weeks, right?
Got 2 weeks.
Oh, we got time. You're right. This is Michigan State bowl game. You know what? They got no chance. It's like I play the lottery. They said, Vance, you got a chance to win the big lottery thing that's worth $500 million. I said, I don't have a chance. Why not? Because I don't throw my dollars out there. So Michigan State, like me, playing the lottery. I don't throw my dollars. They shouldn't show up.
I'm betting you, DJ Turner gonna have a hell of a game against Michigan State. You watch.
You know what? There's not a doubt in my mind right now he will have an interception in this ball game. He's working on a jugs machine right now. He's sitting in the classroom, teacher, professor up there going over the lecture. He thinking he got his hands working. Hands, thumbs together, ball, point.
Well, what we know he could do is run. If he adds, like you've been talking about, if he adds, kind of, impeding the momentum of guys a little bit more, using his hands a little bit more, like you've been talking about. This is a dude who I talked about it before. He trained with Ray Buchanan coming out of high school.
Oh, Ray. Okay, yeah. Ray Buck can play.
Yeah, and Ray, I remember talking to Ray about him. He said, man, fundamentally, this is one of the most advanced kids I've worked with. So if there's a technical piece for him to address, this is a young man that would be, especially with 2 weeks to prepare. That's what I'm leaning into, because you've been talking about it for a couple of weeks. If I haven't had, what's going to be different, Sam? Why is it going to change now compared to when I talked about it before, Sam? Well, you got 2 weeks to look at everything. You got 2 weeks to work on the things you need to work for. And really, that's Michigan State's game. They don't run the ball like they ran it last year. They try to, but they don't have Kenneth Walker back there carrying the rock anymore. No. So it's about.
When I watch him play, though, Sam, and I know what Ray Buck said, I don't see him using his hands when he walk up the press. Mm-hmm. The other kid, Green, I see him use his hands more. I mean, so he has a tendency to slow receivers down from getting down the field vertically. where, JT, he'll mirror a guy sometimes, but he has a tendency just to open up because he said, I can run with you. Well, that gets you in trouble. As a DB coach, if you say, well, I can run with him, you're going to be on the sideline next to me. So you better work your fundamentals. Get in front of him, and when he goes vertical, make him wide to try to take away some of that speed. Turner doesn't do that. I mean,
I hear you.
2 weeks, sometimes it's not enough time because, again, I told you last week, they're going to go after Turner. Guess what they did?
Yeah, no doubt. You look at the film because they tested the hell out of Jamon against that Maryland, and it's like, okay, all right.
That's right.
Now let's try the other side. Let's try the linebacker. So I think you diagnosed pretty well, like you have been all season, what teams are going to try to attack, so we can see what Michigan does to prepare for that moving forward. It's a textbook case, man, of necessity being the mother of invention. Jamon can't run like DJ Turner. So he's like, all right, let me make sure that I use what I got to make sure that I can stay with these guys. Where, DJ can really run. And a lot of times when you can do that, it might lull you to sleep. Because you've been talking about, hey, guys are coming out of the blocks from the receiver spot, and you starting, with facing them. You got to turn and run with them. Whole different ball game, to your point, Vance.
I tell you, I was working with a pro guy one time. We used to walk our press technique. And Ty Law, who played at Michigan. Ty Law used to work with his hands behind his back and press in practice and then one-on-one. And he would do that to stay in front of the guy, to stay square as long as he could, to stay in front of that guy. So I started putting that in some of my drills. So we used to work with no hands. Then I'll go with one hand, left hand and right hand, teach the guys how to use the proper hand. But the biggest thing is to stay square, stay in front of a guy as long as you possibly can, because the quarterback is counting. As long as you're in front of that guy, you're buying time for the D-line to get home. But when you just step out of the way, say, let's go get in a foot race right now, you're a half step behind. And my man Turner has to get past that. If he gets past that, I get off his case. Right now, I'm on his case. Right now, I'm concerned about him versus Michigan State. I really am.
All right. Well, we shall see. We'll definitely be back to talk about it. But before that, we'll be back to preview Michigan State. That's what we're going to get into next week. Maybe we'll call Marcus Ray or somebody to come in and talk.
Bring on Ray. That's my boy. That's my boy.
Maybe we'll bring one of Vance's players on, since Al and Devin get together. We'll get one of Vance's players to come on as well. In the meantime, folks, remember, if you like this video, be sure to like it. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, because that's the way you support the film study. We don't make any money. No sponsorship, no monetization off of this video, because we don't own the footage. And as such, we do it for you, the people. It's strictly for your education, your entertainment, your edification. And so support comes in different ways. You can support us over on the MichiganInsider.com. $1, get your subscription in for the first month. Once you get hooked and you become a full paying member, you also get access to Paramount Plus. It is great bang for your buck. So be sure to check us out over on the MichiganInsider.com. Until then, thanks for watching another edition of the Michigan Football Film Study, focused on the defense with Vance Bedford.
Go Blue.